For Cybercrime Radio, I'm Paul John Spaulding, and joining me today is Deputy Editor Amanda Glassner. Amanda, great to have you with us.
Great to be here.
Like usual, we're doing an update. Let's just jump right into it to talk about something rather fun, which is something people might have spotted from our blog. Long Island Medium star Theresa Caputo meets the Cybercrime magazine team live. So why don't you tell us all about that? What's going on?
Yeah, so this was a very exciting development for our media recently. We had Theresa Caputo, who most people would know from the TLC show Long Island Medium. Theresa is not on that show anymore, but it ran on TLC for about 8 years, just kind of chronicling her life as a mother and, more interestingly, spirit medium, connecting people with their dead loved ones across the spirit realm. So we got in touch with Theresa about an issue that she was raising to her followers, but had not necessarily achieved a solution for, which was that online scammers are targeting her and begging fans to send money to them, pretending to be Theresa, impersonating her. So I guess this was an issue that was at the top of Theresa's mind and is often at the top of our mind. You know, in our media, we see a lot of scam victims claiming just how much money they lost and the damages, not only financially, but psychologically. So we had Chris Morgan from our team reach out to Theresa's team to see if there was any interest in having her come on our platform to raise awareness about this issue. And fortunately for us, there was. So we got to go. It was myself, our CEO, Steve, and Kyle, our senior audio engineer. We all went over to Foxwoods in Connecticut, where we met Theresa ahead of one of her 2026 tour spots, which I personally didn't see the show, but I heard it was fantastic. And our interview with Theresa was just as fantastic. I don't think the video has not been posted yet as of this time of recording, but we talked about her experience with cybercrime, her thoughts on deepfakes, impersonations, scams, phishing, social engineering, and as well as her thoughts on the broader social media platforms, you know, Meta, TikTok, and others alongside it, and how they're kind of treating those issues at the moment. She was fantastic, and I really think it'll be a very compelling video for our audience.
I'm just curious if you can dive into a little bit more specifically, what were these other scams or incidents, cybersecurity issues that Theresa was talking about? Because I think when we think of reality stars like this, we don't always think of a direct link to cybercrime. It's not the first thing that comes to mind when I hear Long Island Medium, but obviously it is something, as you said, that was on her mind.
Yeah, so we spoke to Theresa about an issue she's experiencing where her likeness and her public profile is being used to appeal to members of a public Facebook page, as in, I think the page is called Get a Reading from Theresa Caputo or something along those lines. And so these scammers are inviting people to join this Facebook page. And as a result, these people are posting on the page saying, I lost my sister recently. I really want to get in touch with her. Can Theresa help me? And then the scammers will respond as Theresa and take money from this victim under the pretense of giving them the reading. But it won't ever go to a reading. The money will just be taken, and that's the half of it. And of course, Theresa told us that this was bothering her so much because the people who are reaching out to her and trying to get a reading are obviously people going through a horrible time in their lives. You know, they're grieving, they're victims of their own loss. So to then have her personality be taken and used under the guise of, I'll give you a reading and I can help you, I think it just adds for me, it adds an even more sinister factor to the general cybercrime experience, just to be taking advantage of such a vulnerable population of people.
Yeah, it's rather sad because if somebody is getting a reading from Theresa, it would seem to be under the it's under the pretense that somebody in your life has passed away and you seek a connection with them in a different way. So that is very sad to hear that somebody would be out there, or theoretically multiple people would be out there impersonating her and just straight up stealing from people.
It was sad for me to hear about, and I think I could tell just how much it really bothered her, just how passionate she was about getting these pages taken down because, she told us that her team has reached out to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and others to try and stop these scammers, but at the level that it's at right now with these pages having thousands of members and people using them so actively, these social media big corporations, I guess, if you'll put it that way, are not as responsive when it comes to actually helping her get them taken down.
I will just stress as well that if anybody does come across something like this, according to Theresa herself, she does not charge for readings. So this is not even a service that she offers. She's on shows and she has performances live, but she doesn't charge for readings, at least according to her.
She told us actually that the only way to get in touch with her is through her fan club, which can be accessed at teresacaputo.com.
Well, people who are interested can look for this on our YouTube channel. It's unknown precisely when it'll come out. If somebody's listening to this episode right now, it's likely it's already out, but in case it's not, just check back on our YouTube channel regularly. It'll be there real soon. In either case, Amanda, thank you so much for chatting with me.
Of course, happy to be here.
For more of our media, visit cybercrimemagazine.com.